Okay, so every movement, pull under my hip. I don't want to pull and then land outside of my center of mass or in front of my body. Okay, so again, here, not here. So a lot of times when I'm teaching someone how to get back to running after an injury, we do a lot of isolated drills, meaning we're going to just focus on one leg at a time. So traditionally, when we do running drills, we're alternating. So with our skips, we're alternating left to right, running in place, and a lot of the other drills that we do, we're always focusing on both legs at the same time because we're alternating in between the two. But when we're recovering from an injury, it's very important to pay close attention to any asymmetries that you might feel, whether that's from one side feeling stronger than the other, one side feeling more loose or mobile than the other, or one side just feeling weird and you don't know why. So a lot of times when we isolate one side, we can identify those asymmetries and put in the proper measures and technique necessary to correct for those. So with this drill, what I'm going to show you is called a forward lunge. So what you're going to do is get into a split stance, just like this. You want to make sure that your front leg, in this case my right leg, because that's the leg we're going to be working on first, you want to make sure that that leg is close to your body. And what I mean by that is you want to basically make sure that that hip is directly over the foot. The reasoning is because when we're running, as you know from my other videos, we never want to be in an overextended or an overstriding position. This puts more stress on my knee, my hip, my lower back. Some cases it causes IT band issues and heel pain and a lot of other injuries that can result from just that simple mistake alone. Okay, and so when we're doing this drill, when we're practicing our running drills and our running technique, we want to make sure that we're also using proper body mechanics. So to start this drill, again, I want to make sure that that foot is directly under my hip. My back leg is going to be behind me, okay, but most of my weight is on this front foot. And all you're going to do is just pull that foot off the ground as quickly as possible and allow it to land naturally under your hip again. So just like this, okay? Here, here. What you don't want to do, again, is keep that foot out in front of you and try this drill. If I do that with my foot in front of my center of mass or in front of my hip, eventually I'm going to feel a lot of strain on my knee because that is going to be that weakest link. That's going to be that leverage point that I'm using when my body weight lands on the ground and then pulls back up again. So I don't want that because we want to remain pain-free. We don't want to do anything that's going to increase our risk for injury. So paying close attention to how you do these drills is very important to decrease your chances of injury and to ensure that you are moving closer towards your running goals. So again, let's get back into that split stance. Right foot directly under my hip. Left foot is back. And I'm going to do about 5 repetitions starting out. So if you're following along, you can do this with me. 1, pause. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You've noticed also my arm movement. When this right foot comes up, my left hand goes up as well, okay, as if I'm running. So I want to practice that as well, that rhythm. My right hand is going back. So my right elbow is going to go back behind me. Elbow is reaching up towards the sky as if I'm running. So that is something that you want to include when you're doing this drill. So let's do it on the left side now. So I turn around. I want to make sure, again, that left foot is directly under my hip. Right foot is back. We're going to do 5 repetitions again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you have it, a forward lunge drill. Sometimes if I have an athlete that hasn't ran in a long time or they're a younger athlete and we're trying to teach them proper running form, proper running technique, I will have them just focus on their legs only. So I'll have them take their arms away. So either keep them down by their side or put them on their waist. So if you're having difficulty with this drill and you don't really know how to use your arms just yet, it's okay to start out with your hands on your waist. And so this is what it'll look like. As I'm here, I pull 2, 3, 4, 5. That way I'm not worrying about my hands at all. They're on my waist. I can focus, mentally focus on what my leg is doing, and that's going to help me get that rhythm down and help me practice this drill and be more efficient and improve my technique with doing this drill. Once you've done that a few times and you feel comfortable with it and you have the rhythm down, you're able to use your arms, you don't have any pain, now we're going to increase the speed. So instead of pulling and just pausing in between each rep, you're going to do each rep without stopping. So now we're going to do 5 continuous repetitions without stopping. So this is what it'll look like. Again, right foot directly under my hip, left leg is back, arms are loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, once you have that, we will do the last part of the progression, which is that same drill, that same movement, moving forward. Starting out, I usually have my athletes do about 5 meters. You could increase to 10 to 15 meters. But again, we're isolating one leg. As I go forward, my left leg is just going along for the ride at first, and I'm focusing on pulling my right foot under my hip. So this is what it'll look like. Again, I'm making sure that foot is directly under my body. Left foot is back behind me. I pull. Once I get my rhythm, I move forward. Again, with this one, it's very important that when I pull my foot up, when it goes back down, I want it to be under my hip. Okay, so every movement, pull under my hip. I don't want to pull and then land outside of my center of mass or in front of my body. A way to make sure that you're doing that properly, other than recording yourself, is to think about the pulling movement, not the landing. That's another common mistake that I see is when doing this drill is people want to focus on putting their foot down on the ground. And as a result of that, they end up landing with their foot in front of their body instead of underneath their center of mass. Now I want you to try it by pushing your foot out in front of you, and you will notice that as I do that, it's not as smooth. I can't go as fast, right? So if I'm here, I have to use a lot more energy to allow my body weight to get over this foot so I can move forward. So here, it's a lot easier than here. So thank you so much for watching. If you desire to learn more about how to run faster, run longer, or run pain-free, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of our future videos.